Quantum computing has been one of the hottest and most revolutionary sectors of technology over the past few years, and as we enter September, it's only getting more exciting. These are not just ordinary stocks. These are stocks that have the potential to turn a small investment into millions over the upcoming months and years. And that's why today we are diving into the 3 best quantum computing stocks to buy in September that have the potential to make you rich. These are not random picks. These are stocks backed with solid fundamentals, groundbreaking technology, impressive partnerships, and the kind of future growth potential that has Wall Street buzzing. So if you're serious about making money in the stock market, make sure you watch until the very end. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the hottest stocks in the market. First on our list is IonQ, trading under the ticker symbol IONQ on the New York Stock Exchange. IonQ is considered one of the largest and most exciting pure-play options in the quantum computing space, and it has been at the forefront of innovation in this sector for years. The company's biggest claim to fame is that it was one of the first to successfully produce trapped-ion quantum computers that operate at room temperature. This is a major differentiator because most competitors in this field require their systems to run at temperatures near absolute zero, which is expensive, complex, and difficult to scale. IonQ's room temperature approach gives it superior qubit coherence and connectivity, making it more efficient and versatile for a wide variety of applications. Looking deeper into the numbers, IonQ is in a strong financial position. As of June 30th, 2025, the company had $656.8 million in cash equivalents, and investments. Following a $1 billion equity financing deal, its pro forma balance shot up to an incredible $1.6 billion in early July. That's an enormous war chest for a company at this stage, giving it plenty of firepower to fund research, development, and scaling efforts without worrying about liquidity. In terms of revenue, IonQ recognized $20.7 million in the second quarter, which came in 15% above the top end of its previously provided range. However, the company is still in growth mode and reported a net loss of $177.5 million for the quarter, with an adjusted EBITDA loss of $36.5 million. Despite the losses, these are expected in an emerging industry where companies are investing heavily in future potential. IonQ stock is currently priced at $42.74, and Wall Street analysts are very optimistic. Over the last 3 months, 8 analysts have given price targets ranging from $32 to as high as $70, with an average target of $51. That represents an upside of more than 19% from current levels, showing that experts see continued growth in the near term. The second stock on our list is D-Wave Quantum, trading under the ticker QBTS. If there's one company that has been making serious waves in the quantum sector lately, it's D-Wave. The performance of its stock alone tells the story. Shares have skyrocketed over the past year, delivering more than 1,300% returns to investors who believed in the company early. That kind of meteoric rise puts D-Wave firmly on the radar of Wall Street and retail investors alike. And the question now is whether this momentum can continue. D-Wave's quantum architecture has been a key driver of excitement. While many companies are still stuck working with small numbers of qubits, D-Wave has managed to push its system to utilize an astonishing 5,000 qubits. This gives it some of the fastest computational power available in the space today. Now, let's look at the financials. For the second quarter of fiscal 2025, D-Wave reported revenue of $3.1 million, which marked a 42% increase from the same quarter last year, when revenue stood at $2.2 million. Bookings were also up significantly, hitting $1.3 million, which represents a 92% jump year over year. Importantly, D-Wave continues to grow its customer base, reporting over 100 revenue-generating customers in the most recent 4 quarters. That kind of traction is very encouraging for a company still establishing its dominance in such a competitive space. On the profitability front, D-Wave's GAAP gross profit came in at $2.0 million for the quarter, up 42% from last year, with a gross margin of 63.8%. The non-GAAP gross margin was even higher at 71.8%. However, the company is still incurring heavy expenses to fuel growth, with GAAP operating expenses rising to $28.5 million. This led to an adjusted EBITDA loss of $20.0 million, widening from $13.9 million last year. The net loss for the quarter ballooned to $167.3 million, largely due to non-cash, non-operating charges tied to warrant remeasurements, and other accounting items. Adjusted net loss was much smaller at $25.3 million. While the losses look steep, the strong growth in revenue, bookings, and gross margin highlight a company that is expanding fast and laying the groundwork for long-term profitability. Currently, D-Wave stock trades at $15.62. According to 11 Wall Street analysts, the average 12-month price target is $22.18, with forecasts ranging from $20 on the low end to $30 on the high end. That implies an impressive 42% upside potential from current levels, showing that the street still believes there's room for further gains. Last on our list is Rigetti Computing, trading under the ticker RGTI. Rigetti might not get as much attention as IonQ or D-Wave, but it's definitely a company you don't want to overlook. Rigetti is working on superconducting qubit technology, which is another major approach in the race to build the world's most powerful quantum computers. The company's ultimate goal is to create a quantum supercomputer capable of solving problems that classical computers could never dream of tackling. What makes Rigetti especially intriguing is its mix of public and private partnerships, which have focused heavily on research and simulations. This collaborative approach could help Rigetti build the foundation it needs to eventually scale and compete with bigger players in the sector. Financially, Rigetti is still in early growth mode, and like its peers, it's burning cash to develop and refine its technology. For the quarter ending June 30th, 2025, Rigetti reported $1.8 million in revenue. Operating expenses totaled $20.4 million, leading to an operating loss of $19.9 million. Net loss came in at $39.7 million, which included $22.8 million in non-cash losses tied to changes in derivative warrant and earn-out liabilities. As of the same date, Rigetti had a strong liquidity position with $571.6 million in cash equivalents, and investments, giving it the ability to continue funding operations and research for the foreseeable future. Rigetti stock currently trades at $16.23, and analysts are cautiously optimistic about its near-term potential. Based on 7 Wall Street analyst price targets over the last 3 months, the average target is $18.83, with a range from $18 to $20. That suggests about 13.5% upside from current levels. While not as dramatic as D-Wave's upside projections, this still represents meaningful growth, especially when combined with Rigetti's long-term potential in the quantum race. Well, that concludes our list of the 3 best quantum computing stocks to buy in September. IonQ, D-Wave Quantum, and Rigetti Computing all represent different approaches to solving the same massive technological challenge, and each of them has a shot at becoming a leader in this space. With groundbreaking technology, strong financial backing, and Wall Street analysts recognizing their potential, these are the kind of stocks that can make early investors very wealthy. Quantum computing is still in its early innings, but the market opportunity is enormous, and those who position themselves now could reap the rewards for years to come. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future updates on the hottest stocks in the market.